on the Windless City, our heroes caused a great commotion in the Church of Nama and then set out to talk to the widowed wife of Mr. Henry Stone to figure out more about his strange disappearance. After causing so much commotion, they still ended up empty-handed. What will our heroes find out in today's episode of the Windless City?
Welcome back to the Dungeon Master's Tavern. This is going to be episode 3 of the Windless City. I am your DM, Andrew. We have Dalton playing Goo.
I am Goo.
We have Eric playing Balthramar.
Hello.
And we have Presley playing Tony the Trigger.
Good day to you.
Alright, so where we left off last time, they were inspecting the Stone Manor. They had gotten more clues pointing them towards a elusive alchemist figure known as Tuli Sarah. Appears to be an elven alchemist working with the church, which Frank, the detective that has hired them for this investigation, does not trust very much. And the fact that she's with the church, he definitely wants to go see her, as the clues keep pointing there. Just as they were about to leave the manor to go and find this, they saw a blue flash. They kind of debated whether or not they wanted to go over there. Tony was a little apprehensive, but they managed to go after a couple seconds. Unfortunately, in the time it took them to go over there, all they saw was a figure stepping through a blue doorway, but about all they saw was just the tip of their leg going in, so they really couldn't make out anything about this figure, other than they seemed to have stepped through a doorway of blue ethereal wispiness, and it immediately shut behind them quicker than they could even react. And this is where we pick up. You've just seen this?
Well,
Quite troubling.
I don't think it would be wise just to follow.
Yeah.
I think we should, continue on and just keep this on the back burner, if I'm being quite honest.
May have a stalker, but it's fine.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a door into, like, the wall. It was literally just, like, a free-floating in the hall, in the outside of the yard.
And he went into the door. He went, like, into the wall?
Yeah, it was... No, it's not the wall. It was just a magic floating doorway.
So basically in the open?
And then it went and disappeared?
Yeah, it looks like someone went through this around the side where they thought they were out of sight.
They definitely will. You drop it.
Well,
I want to walk towards where they were. Like, I want to use my pseudopod.
Yeah.
And I'm 10 feet away, and I want to like use it to like poke where he was and see if I feel anything.
Yep, there's nothing there. Just
air.
very much normal outside. There's a little bit of singed grass in a straight line with the doorway open, but that's about it.
well, I suppose that we should,
Keep on heading.
be mindful of our surroundings.
Frank walks around the corner. He's like, "Well, I thought we were going to see the alchemist. What's happening?"
Well,
it seems we have a stalker.
we may have someone following us.
With my chest.
What make you think that?
With my chest, I'm going to mimic scene with scene. Like, I want to expand myself and make myself flat.
Like a Teletubby?
Yeah. And, like, show, like, the leg pointing out. And this is what I've seen. I'm learning how to communicate, basically,
Frank
with
just looks
pictures.
at you and he's like, I ain't gonna be able to sleep tonight after that.
Like, my body turns into, like, the square. It's not blue, it's just black. But you see the leg.
He's like, so you saw somebody go through a door, this is just a wall.
Well, you see,
It was a floating doorway.
If they're floating, alright, no
Magic.
I believe we've seen someone use a portal
Oh,
of some kind to spy on us.
It's definitely interesting. Anything else to go on? What did you see? Other than
I saw a light. I saw a flashing light, and he went through a door and then disappeared.
Was it blue?
yes.
It was blue.
There's been various reports. Nobody I interview people about this all the time. Nobody believes me. I've been hired to investigate it. I never find anything. Normally around the scenes of certain crimes, certain high-profile things, certain strange goings-on, there's a blue flash. Nobody knows what it is. It seems like you all are probably the closest to seeing what it is out of anybody yet. So I appreciate that info. I don't know how that bodes for Henry Stone over there, but hopefully this is in the bad side.
I want to investigate the burnt grass.
Right?
Like, is it just burnt like fire, or is it like a magical burn?
Have you roll an Arcana check for that?
14.
14. You can tell that this is definitely something magical, but you don't really know what.
Can I take some of the grass?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
Okay.
Keep that.
So yeah, you just got a handful of grass in your inventory now. It's like floating in your goo.
Comes out like an alfalfa.
Oh my god.
You just tuck it back in his head. Nope. No alfalfa. Right, well, do you anything else y'all want to do here, or you can head out?
I'm
I'm gonna make this better. I'm gonna take the grass, take off my hat, put it on top of my head. And...
Balthramar is quite uneasy with the situation, so he's probably just gonna be like, "Well, I think we should probably get going."
Yeah, that's probably the best
Yeah.
option. Yeah.
I don't think they're coming back.
And he's got Balthramar will have. He's still like the sword, the axe, magically transformed into a small little rapier that Balthramar keeps on his back. And on the right side of his hip, he does have a 6-shooter revolver that he just keeps just in case.
Just for like nighttime scenarios.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, are you all heading over to go see the alchemist now still, or Thule?
I thought we were going to the
Or
Elven.
I thought we were going to see the guy.
elf.
I thought we were going to see Richard or whatever his name was.
Randall.
Randall,
Do you
who
want
lived
to see
nearby.
Randall, or do you want to go see the alchemist?
Well.
Is Randall on the way to the alchemist?
Randall apparently is a neighbor of.
Oh yeah, that's right next door. So.
Yeah, of Henry, but Frank doesn't know of anyone named Randall, nor has he ever seen him with someone named Randall. But Teresa said that he had been speaking about a new neighbor named Randall.
We'll go over there.
Okay, so yeah, you don't really have anywhere to go, so to speak. You're welcome to look around. Perhaps Frank is like, so if you all want to look for Randall, the mistress might know something. I've never heard of this character.
The mistress. He has a mistress?
Not the what's the word for it? Widow.
The widow.
Yeah.
Don't we just talk
But
to
Mrs.
Yeah.
Stone.
she might know something. We can look around to see if we need to talk to and ask. But I don't know this character. I pretty much know everybody around here. I've never met them. I don't know of any empty houses they could move into.
Well, I suppose we should at least follow the leads that we already know.
All right.
We have leads now, and we shouldn't be following things that are going to take us to a dead end when we already know where we should be going.
Or kill us.
Tony, Goo, I say we should make our way to visit the alchemist.
I agree.
Gotcha. So you're gonna leave the Randall lead for now and focus on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
At least focus on what we know.
Okay. Gotcha. So as you wind about the streets, it's just a dark city. The buildings slowly start getting worse and worse as you're headed around over to here, and you'll notice there is a large wall, and on the other side of the wall are some of the cruddiest looking houses you've seen in the entire city.
This is
You would be somewhat familiar
Dark
with this
Elf.
area, Tony, because of tax collection duty, we'll call it. Goo, you would possibly also be familiar with this area of the city as
just going through the sewers.
someone who's just made his way around the city. I don't know if you would know it or not.
I wouldn't have a clue.
No, you stick to the nicer areas of the city.
Yeah.
We're just working. All right.
Goo's gonna. I am Goo. like loudly but softly, like try to get their attention, and he's pointing at one of the sewer grates
One of the sewer grates. So
outside the wall.
So you're not wanting to go near the wall at all.
No,
Okay.
I want to go shortcut.
Okay, you'll see the wall in the distance. It's kind of a big gateway. The gateway's open. There are guards on both sides of the gateway. There's another guard walking around on a horse. They seem to just be patrolling who goes through. And you'll see they have silver armor with sort of a white cloth draped down the front and the back, but there is a logo of the church on there. Does anyone think they might know anything about the guards?
I just know as my backstory.
Yeah.
They probably attacked me a few times because they see me, because I'm a ooze that comes out of the sewers.
All right, yeah, roll a history check for me. I might tell you a little more information on that.
History?
Yeah.
Where's my history?
Swear to God, if you roll another natural 20.
10.
Yeah, you would know a little bit. You know that they're somewhat affiliated with the church. You know they're sort of their own organization. You're a little gray on the details. You know that this wall pretty much, as you can see, separates the pier here and the religious district and the merchant district, and half of the city guard quarters is here. The other half's on this side of the wall. This is known as the head of the wall, right here in the middle. Basically, they keep these more high-class areas I've just listed separated from the dwarven district over here. These are gray dwarves that you would typically see in somewhere like the Underdark.
Like the Duer Guard?
I'm sorry?
The Duer Guard? They're dark dwarves. Like
Yeah, they're
dark
pretty
elves.
much dark dwarves that just are accustomed to living almost without light. You know, like this area of the city's light, but they can go mine with like no ill effects with the fact that it's dark. They're just well accustomed to this environment. They were pretty much here before the city. The city sort of came down to them. And then this is the slums. It is known as Blacklight. It is controlled by dark elves. The dark elves are not necessarily the poor class. They are what control this area of all of the poor class citizens of various different races and species. You know that the guards typically don't want them in the city, and they heavily regulate this area down here, which is where the gangsters type crew are. Basically, it's just to regulate who accesses the nicer areas and who gets to the lift. So they want to see paperwork. They are very strict when you want to go through one of these doorways. And Goo's just not having it. He just wants nothing to do with it. He wants to go back.
I am Goo.
So what do y'all do?
Well, Goo, if you seem to recall, we ran into some unsavory characters down in the sewers.
I am Goo.
All of the sewers connect.
No.
I understand that you want to go under
Goo
the
is
wall.
explaining to you that goblins are easier to kill than armored guards.
Now, I suppose you have a point. I guess down we go.
You guys have to roll a stealth check if you think you're going down the sewers in the middle of the road.
I think that not in front of the guards.
Well, it's not directly at the opening, but it's in the middle of the street. It's just a sewer grate.
I rolled a 13 plus 7.
All right.
30, 20.
Oh, that's an 18 plus 5.
Alright. So yeah, you guys stealthily
23.
go into the sewers. Frank's like, I've got my paperwork on me. I'm just gonna take my chances with the regulations. I'll meet you on the other side.
I'm gonna be
Frank
the
goes to
last
gate.
one, and when I hear him say that, you just see a thumbs up come through the grate
Yeah.
and then slowly sink down.
What did you get?
Well, he's the one that opens the grate.
So yeah, Frank is going through. You guys go through the sewers. It's very similar to before, but you will see that the green liquid is a lot more concentrated here. It's
Looks
a lot stronger.
Thicker.
Yes, it looks more gelatinous and sludgy moving than like the water before that was just green colored.
Would you say I know my way past the bridge?
Yeah, you're very familiar with the sewers, and you don't have any knowledge of this sludge being.
No, I
This
just
is-
want to get the
this is
quickest
very
way.
much Yeah. So yeah, it's just a short trot over, and then you can go right up another manhole cover in the middle of the slums. However, there is another wall similar to before, And there is a grate in the middle of the sludge to prevent people from doing exactly what you guys are trying to do and sneaking past the guards. So it is a very old brick concrete type wall.
But Quick said the last time I went through here, the sludge wasn't there, and I could just go through the grate. I forgot y'all can't squeeze in tight spaces.
I will throw in, there is a large metal door on the wall. It looks like blocking the passage. That way people that are permitted for use of the sewers can get through this area, but it's intended to keep people from circulating.
Is it locked?
Yeah.
I
So
would like to try to unlock it.
you're going to try and unlock it? Alright, yeah, go ahead. We'll slide it in for me.
What are you going to put your hand in there? After you
Actually, yes, that's what he does. 16 plus 5, 21.
Yeah, you get it open for sure.
Oh my lord.
You can tell this has not been open in a while, and the sewers on the other side of this door are in way worse condition, as if people don't really care as much about that side's infrastructure. And the door's kind of like... It's hard to push open.
You just
get open about halfway.
So, I'm going to say this.
Yeah, tight.
Goo unlocks it
Yeah.
and tries to pull it.
Yeah.
And you just see his arms, like, extend. And he's, like, trying.
He's
Yeah,
rubber
You
banding.
get it about halfway open. You guys could probably squeeze through. It's not fully open, though.
I want to, like...
I'll try
I am
to
Goo. I am
I'll try
Goo.
to squeeze.
I'm asking
I'm
for
in
your
my
help.
I'm in my little form. I'll try to squeeze.
Alright, I'm going to have both of you guys roll a constitution check.
Cons. Oh, it's not good.
I'm resistant.
Is this a save?
Am I resistant?
Yeah. Sorry, con save.
16.
Alright, you're good. What do you got?
8.
8.
You're screwed.
You get stabbed by a piece of rusty metal.
Oh,
You take about 3 damage.
yeah, arthritis.
From this rusty chunk of metal.
It's
It does
Yeah,
not only is it regular damage, but there's like, you can tell this metal's a little suspicious and nasty, so that's why you took quite as much damage as you did just from being poked with it.
Yeah.
2 points piercing, 1 point poison.
Yep, you take a point.
1 point poo damage.
You got tetanus.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna go back up at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
Yeah, okay. So you pop out on the other side, and Frank's just standing there smoking a cigarette. He's like, "It's about flipping time. I mean, we could have
It didn't take that long.
He's like, I don't know why you guys are so adverse to the guards. Like, yeah, they're.
I am
good.
good.
It's a lot of
They
talking.
don't like you.
I am good. Yeah.
Right, well,
It's a lot. It's a lot of
I wanna like take my sword and like go through me, not hurting me, but like show them like what they do to me.
He's like, so you have a bit of a name for yourself. All right. Well, we're here. He's like, let's keep going. This is the Black Light District. If you've not been here, I suggest you keep your wallet around the front. There are gypsy types that will try and entertain you with shows. They're just trying to take your wallet. Don't give them any mind. If somebody offers you something, you probably don't want it. It looks like our place is just a couple blocks up. So Frank starts walking. You do see Tony, a figure beckoning to you from an alleyway with a trench coat. He's not in the alleyway, he's just standing at the edge with his trench coat buttoned up. He says, "Hey, I got something for you. You look like a man that could use a bigger piece than the little one you got on your belt. It's very fancy, but I don't feel like you can do a lot of damage with that little 6-shooter right there."
How much you selling it for?
He opens his coat, and there is just guns galore on both sides. It seems like there is something magical about this cloak. With the amount of guns it has managed to hold inside, with him being able to shut it without it looking visible, and him concealing. I'm talking maybe 50, 60 guns of various sizes and shapes. He grabs the biggest one as you approach him, sticks it up to your gut, and says, "Give me a wallet."
Do I see this happening?
Yeah.
All right. Can I try to get around him?
Like sneak around the guy?
Yeah.
But yeah, you're going to roll a stealth check for me.
I mean, I don't have much. I only have 15 gold.
It's a 10.
That's still 15 gold.
Yeah, he sees you. He's like, "Hey, no, I don't want you to get squirmy. I'm going to shoot your friend." You can tell his voice is a lot deeper. He was trying to act friendly before. He's just normal.
So, I want to...
I have a
I want
plus 5.
to, like, stealthily walk up
Yeah.
and try to cut his hand off.
Roll stealth for me.
I have a plus 5 to stealth, and I still suck.
18.
18. Yeah, he doesn't see you. You chop his hand right off.
Okay,
I want to take that.
I was gonna say if I hit,
Surprisingly easy.
like I
just have a
like, and I just want to like use Goober to just because it's my smallest blade and just like cut his hand off so he can't shoot him.
Yeah, well, you see it's a wooden hand that has fallen off and hit the ground with, it seems to be some sort of enchanted wood, and it's still holding the shotgun. And he looks at you and he goes, "Hey, it's Goo!" And he's like, "How you doing?" He's like, "Yeah, I got your shipment right here." And he hands you 15 bullets.
I take him.
Yeah. And he's like, "Hey, okay, I won't shoot you." And he picks his shotgun up along with the hand and puts it in his coat.
Yeah.
You can't seem to notice the hand is still on the shotgun when he puts it into the coat, and he's just got a nub there. And he's like, "All right,
What are the finger slips? Just pulls
boom."
He's like, "I am good," and he's asking him like, "Are you low on funds again?"
He's like, "Hey, it's hard running the cities." You can tell he's not trying to do a scary place anymore. He's like, it's hard running around. You know, the elves, they tell me I gotta pay more if I want to sell on the block, and I just, I'm trying to make a living." He's like, "You guys want anything?" And he opens his coat again, and he's got all the same gun. He's like, "You want a gun? How much money you got?"
For the bullets, I'll say like for the trouble and stuff, I'll give him 2 gold.
Oh no, you already paid before. You just,
Did I?
Yeah, you just got bullets.
I have 15 gold, but I have this unusual gold bar that, I don't know, has some magical properties
I
to it.
honestly don't even know how much money I have.
He's like,
You don't bring that out in the open.
He's like, "I have no idea what that is, but it'll get you this gun." And he pulls out a revolver that is just completely busted and broken. And he's like, "It'll probably shoot at least 1 bullet." And he waves it around, and the handle falls off.
I'm good.
Yeah, I don't deal with metal. I don't make stuff. I sell stuff.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, "Well, I'm more concerned with information that I can buy. You seem like a man who runs these streets a lot. Would you be able to maybe give me some information?" And I kind of pull one of the rubies out of my pocket and I just kind of hold it.
Yeah. At first, when you were talking, he's just sort of buttoning his coat back up, and he's like, "Information. I don't know." And he sees the ruby, and he immediately is like, "So, I'm your guy. What do you need?"
Well, you see, we have been hired to investigate the death of one Henry Stone.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, I heard they got him good.
Who is they?
The people. I don't know. Somebody killed him. But I heard they got him good. It was a real mess.
We obviously know that somebody got him. Well,
Yeah.
if you can't tell me anything about that, you are in this area a lot, are you not?
He's like, "Well, I do have a little bit of an idea about the people."
He goes, "All right."
Rubs his fingers
And
together.
he pulls out, I pull out another. I have 2 rubies in my hand now.
He's like, "I like you. So, like your rubies, there was some crimson-robed fellas was dragging him. He was pretty mangled. And one of them pulled his ring off, the signet of the Stone family. He pulled it right off his finger, and went the other ways. And they threw him in a carriage, I heard, and they took him down the road somewhere.
I grabbed the cloth from, what's his name? Frank.
Frank, yeah.
And I walk up to him and I'm like, "Were they wearing this sort of material?"
No, I mean it's the same color. I didn't see it.
He just heard about it.
Close enough
I
for
just-
me.
I broker information and I mug people. It's a living. He's like, "So, yeah, you got any other questions?
Well,
I feel like you paid for at least 3. You only asked 2.
I'll ask one more then. Do you have any knowledge of what's going on in the sewers? What the almost ethereal sludge coming through the underbelly of the city is?
The sludge in the sewers, isn't that pretty normal? Like, that's where the poop goes.
It's not like poop sludge. It's glowing sludge that I witnessed it with my own eyes. It turned a goblin into a plant monster.
Like the stuff coming out of the potion shop down the road. Yeah, they just dumped that in the street.
Is that right?
Yeah. He's like, it's down that way.
Surely that can't be legal.
He's like, yeah, it's a black plate. Anything's legal if you pay for it.
Fair enough. And I hand him both of the rubies. I'm like, thank you for your time.
He's like, hey, it's good doing business with you. And he sticks out his nub. He's like, like he's going to shake your hand.
I kind of like look at it. I grab the nub and I like go, very well.
Yeah, he just like sort of sulks back into the alleyway and disappears.
Well, we need to investigate the Crimson Robes, I suppose.
I am good. Yep. So, he did point you in the direction of what he called the potion shop, down the road. Let's go.
Yeah, I want to see what this. I am curious to see what the sludge is.
Yeah. So you guys walk up and you see there's no sludge currently draining out of this building. There's a large pipe on the side with what looks like a little bit of it, and it looks like someone has drug this kind of metal tubing all the way over to the edge of the road where, like, you know, those sidewalk grates are.
Yeah.
And they've just busted the sidewalk open and just slapped it right there just to dump right in the sewer. And you can tell there's just like some green sludge slowly dripping. It looks like they might not be currently doing anything, but somebody's been there before. And yeah, it's a large brick building, only one story, but it's a little tall. It's got a big garage door on the front. It looks like you lift up with a chain. The big lock on the chain. There's a smaller door beside it. There are no windows. And it's fairly long, fairly wide.
I'd like to go inside, but my plan is I want to pose as like a city official.
Okay. So what do you guys do at this point? Frank is over. He's like looking in the pipe. And he's like, "I'll be with you in a minute. I'm a little curious about what's happening here."
As am I. I think I'm going to go inside and ask some questions.
All right.
I follow.
I want to stick with Frank.
All right. So you go over and investigate the pipe. And you want to do at the pipe?
Just investigate, see.
Just look around. Yeah, it just looks like a huge tube. It goes to the wall and then straight up and into the wall.
Into the potion shop?
Yeah, into this building that he called the potion shop. And it looks like all the doors are locked as you guys approach them. So what do you do?
I'm gonna try. Well, he's not with. I'm gonna try to pick the lock.
I'm gonna try and pick the lock. All right. While it is rustling, you hear somebody inside go, "Hey, I'm coming! Hold on!" And
I quickly put my thieves tools back in my pocket.
you see a really short
lock pick. I don't know if I have thieves tools, but I have lock picks.
You see a really short elven woman opens the door. She's only about 3'6", tall, and she opens the door and she's like, "What can I help you with? Are you knocking? What's happening?"
Well, you see, I've been called by the city's health department. It seems that your establishment has been dumping some form of foreign substance into the sewers, and we are here to investigate it. Not only has it purged throughout the sewer lines of the slums, it has started to make its way to the inner city, and, you know, them in the inner city, they do not quite like anything that changes.
She looks at you, pulls out of her coat a glowing red little glass jar, and says, "Well, as you can clearly see, there's nothing wrong here. It's perfectly up to code, right?" And she winks at you and hands you a health potion.
Like, well then, I suppose I can look away this one time, but I would like to know exactly what you are dumping.
And she's like, "I'm not dumping anything."
Well, you aren't. I wink at her. I'm like, what exactly are you not dumping?
She's like, if I wasn't dumping something, it would definitely not be some kind of caustic poison brew I'm working on. My best advice would be, if you got a plant, don't water it with it. Don't drink it. Don't pee in it, interestingly. Don't want to know what happens. But yeah, I would just stay out of it if somebody was dumping it, which I'm not.
Very nice.
She's like, is that all you need?
I suppose that's all I needed.
She shuts the door and locks it back.
I walk back over to Frank and Good. I'm like, well, it seems that this potion that this woman is dumping into the sewer line is a new experimental potion. that apparently you're not supposed to pee in it.
Frank's like, alright, seems like a bad idea to dump it in the sewer then. That's where the pee is. Alright.
Yeah, you would think.
Well, okay. Was that her? Was that the alchemist? He's like, looks at the paper, he's like, this is the address.
God dang it.
Like, did you get a name?
It's like, no. All I got was a health potion.
You're not a patron, you're an investigator. And he's like, God bless it, let me show you how it's done. And he's like,
I won't follow Frank.
Yeah, he walks up to the door and he just, dum, 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 dum. And he's like, hey, it's Frank D. Fortune Detective Agency. If you comply, I won't have to come back with papers. And you see she opens the door and she's like, I don't know if I can help you, Frank. What did you need something? Do you have a reason to be here? And Frank's like, you ever heard of the Stones? And she's like, no, doesn't ring a bell. And so you all wanna...
I'm gonna chime in and be like, you dirty-faced liar. We have your name written in documents that have to do with the stone industries.
She's like, I don't see any documents.
That's
Sure.
right. We haven't
You don't have
showed
the
any
document?
paper. No, we do.
I'm gonna look at you and be like, show the woman.
Get out the one with her name on it, the alchemist.
Quicker than you can react. She pulls
Dex.
out her scimitar and cuts it clean in half.
Nope.
Puts her
Dex,
scimitar back.
Dex roll.
Alright. It's going to be a very hard check. We
Oh,
got.
and it sucks.
11.
She got a dirty 20. So, very quickly, before you can react, she slices the paper up into little bits and resheaths her scimitar. And she goes, I don't see any papers.
I'm gonna put my hand
Yeah.
on I'm gonna kind of I'm gonna nudge Tony to do the same, and I'm gonna kind of put my hand on my revolver,
Yeah.
and then I want to try to intimidate her, to answer questions.
Okay. How do you try to intimidate her? What do you do? Just...
Well, I want I flash open my coats where she can clearly see that I have a firearm, and I want to unbuckle
Yeah.
my holster and put my hand on it like I'm ready to pull it out, and she's gonna be like, listen, all we're here for is answers. As long as you're not directly responsible for Mr. Stone's death, there won't be any problems here, and we can go on about our day. All we need is answers.
She's like, well, I suppose I can tell you a little. But she goes, if you're trying to scare me, I suppose you'll look up. And as you look up, you will see tons and tons of spores in the air floating all above and around you that are glowing that she's put there while you were talking.
Spores?
Yeah.
The frick?
She is a druid.
Oh, God.
No.
Oh, no.
And
Oh.
she is a druid of spores. So you are pretty much surrounded and can
She's
be
a
damaged.
swarm
at any
keeper.
Yeah, so it's just a bunch of spores.
I want to try to disengage
Yeah.
and find a hole to go into her abode.
There is the hole where the sewage.
No, not where the sewage. I want a separate one.
Okay.
You're gonna come
Not
out
that dumb.
You're gonna come out plant boy.
I will say around the edge of the pipe, it looks like someone has just busted the wall out and shoved the pipe. There's a small gap.
Okay, I want to disengage.
Okay.
So
You have to roll a stealth and see if she notices.
that is a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, she rolled a 6. You get away.
13 plus 7.
She's
I want to do it while she's talking to them. That's why.
She's very full of herself, thinking that she's played this quite well, destroying the paperwork and also surrounding you all with spores and arguing with over here. So yeah, you get away and you slip right in.
So I want to go in, and what do I see?
You see various tables covered in alchemical equipment of all kinds. You see various small plants. There are 2 large planters in the room on either side, kind of toward the middle, but they're on either side of the door and a little bit into the room, maybe 15, 30 feet. And they're full of very large plants that kind of look like a Venus flytrap, a little more comical and cartoony. They're like very large and bulbous with like actual teeth.
I stay away from those.
Alright. And you also see there are giant green tanks of the same liquid with what looks like it may have used
Any paperwork.
Well, it looks like there may have been a creature in there, but it doesn't quite look like anything anymore. There's not much in terms of paper. There's some alchemical recipes, but they are very burnt and covered in liquid. You don't know what that is. Scattered on all the tables.
So is there a safe?
You don't see any safes.
No, nothing of like she keeps something
So
like
roll
drawers.
investigation. And where would you like to look? The back of the room is full of tables. The front of the room is just planters, and the sides of the room on both sides are just these giant green tanks.
That's a 12.
12.
8 plus 4.
You see, let's see here.
He's so freaking bad. Oh.
16. You see that there are some orders from the church for chemicals. There is some mention of stone on them, as in the transcripts, like as in having paid for something. But that's all you've got.
So it's like the dude named Stone, or like Stone.
It's Stone, like his company, Stone. It does say Henry Stone on it. You can tell he is signed off on a payment. But you have no idea what for. It looks like it was sent to the church, and the church has routed it to her like an order to be filled. You just take it. Okay. You've replaced the
Anything
one
else?
that she shredded to pieces. So yeah, you do still have evidence linking her to the church and the stone. Despite her best attempts, you don't really see anything else. Just a bunch of bottles and potions and things like that about.
Is there any samples with her handwriting on them? Or anything like that?
It does look like she did sign off on the order you already grabbed.
Okay, so I have her signature?
Yeah, she signed it. It looks like it needs to go back to the church. Church has signed it, and Henry has signed it. It looks like it was some kind of order for chemicals, but you don't know what any of the words mean.
Okay, I'd slip that, and I go staying away from the plants, go back out the way I came, and stealthily, like, walk near them. But act like I never left.
Okay. Yeah, she doesn't see you return. Yep. So, yeah, you come back out, and she's still standing there defensively. She doesn't really want to give you all any information, and it looks like a fight could potentially break out. What do you want?
I want to, like, act like I was hiding behind Frank. I want to come up with 5 gold in my hand and try to, like, I am due. Like, try to negotiate with her to information and.
Gotcha. So she looks at you and she's like, I don't speak Goopinese. Is that what do you? Is this a language?
My good, he's trying to bribe you. He's trying to give you money.
Would be better with words, but okay. Well, I like gold. Unfortunately for you, my cheapest potion is 40 gold. So I won't buy you much if you catch my drift.
See, but here's the thing. There are many people that know where we are. There are many people who know who we are.
Okay.
And I know that you are dumping large amounts of illegal substances into the sewers. And if I go missing...
I thought we had an agreement. I gave you a 40 gold potion.
Well, we need answers.
All right, so
I'm willing to let all of this not reach any public sector. I'm willing to not let anybody know about your involvement. All we need is answers.
okay. And I'm gonna both you roll a speech check.
Oh, a what?
Speech, not speech.
Speech.
Skyrim.
A speech.
Skyrim.
My speech
Charisma
skill
check.
tree.
Just
Speech
straight
100.
charisma, or are we doing deception or persuasion?
You can do persuasion. You do charisma because you tried to just talk to her. And you tried to bribe her. So,
It's a freaking
No.
natural 1.
what did you get?
4.
Yeah. So she's like, I'll tell you what. If you come back later, I may have some information for you, but I don't have anything at the moment. And
Did you see the gold, the hand current, and the gold goes down his arm?
and she's like, It's okay, sweetheart. That's pocket change.
I look at her and I'm like, come back later. How do we know that you're not going to be gone when we come back?
I suppose you don't.
Well, that doesn't help me.
Because you will be gone.
But I don't see how it helps me either.
I'll make you a deal. Alright? You seem like a smart woman, and you seem like a woman who likes to do business. If you're not here tomorrow morning, let's say 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, I will personally see to it that this establishment is leveled to the ground and is nothing but a pile of burning brick.
She looks up at you and says, "That's awfully big talk for a small man."
Well, you won't like me if you cross me tomorrow morning. I can promise you that.
She's like, "Oh, well, good luck." And shuts the door in your clunk.
Alright.
Oh, she's
She wants nothing to do with you all. She's locked herself in the building.
Well,
She does not want to give you info.
she doesn't want to talk right now, and if she's not there tomorrow morning, I will destroy that building.
Okay. So, Frank looks at you and he says, "Alright, I saw you go in there. What'd you find?"
I'm not gonna say to him, let's not do it here. Basically, I'm gonna be like, I am good.
He's like, "You got something though?"
He said that we should move elsewhere. This is not a good part to discuss.
Are the spores still there?
They seem to go back inside with her.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's like, you guys think we wanna do anything else while we're here, or?
I say,
She's still in there.
did the
She's
dude
like
tell us
suspicious.
where the cart was that Stone got thrown in? He said right up the road, but did he point?
He said, he said he was somewhere up here. There was some chemicals. I don't remember him saying that he saw the cart come here.
No, I believe all he said was that he had heard
yeah,
that he was thrown into a cart and taken somewhere.
He's not very reputable. He did say something about the signet of Stone, his ring. It's a pretty important thing when it comes to the mines. You can pretty much go in there and say whatever you want if you've got that, and they'll think Stone sent you his family. They've all got one. So that's interesting. I don't think he would let him take that if he was alive.
I want to look at you because remembering from you have keen mind, so you remember this.
Yeah.
The dude that we talked to with all the guns, he said the person got the ring and walked the opposite direction.
And that they headed, I believe, towards this direction. That's what it said.
Okay,
Well, at least this part of the city.
Bro, can you chew any freaking louder?
can you make moaning noise while you eat that too?
God,
But
dang. Making love to that daggum piece of fudge.
yeah, I know this is. I just thought about this. Was there a ring on the girl's hand?
Dang it.
Yeah.
Not think to look.
Yeah, I just thought about it. So
That sucks.
in my investigation, was there a ring
I
inside?
have keen mind, though. If I saw it,
You don't recall one physically on her hand. Like, she wasn't wearing it.
Did I find one in my investigation? Because I totally forgot about the whole ring.
So you did not roll very high on your investigation.
Okay.
You were kind of confused by all the things in there.
Get eaten.
It was not your typical environment you would go into, and the plants were also freaking you out a little bit because they were absolutely massive. So you didn't really see a ring, so to say, but you're not really sure if there may have been something there because you were really trying to keep distance from the
like, the goblin was screaming, "All hail the plant queen." Is she the plant queen?
The plant queen.
So he's like, what? So you guys walk, I guess, just
Do
a little
any
bit
of
away to
y'all
talk.
have detect object?
It
Frank
would
looks at you guys,
be helpful, and I would know.
No, it would.
and he's like, so what was it? What did you see?
I want to because I'm learning how to communicate Pictionary. I'm gonna form my hand like the Venus flytrap,
Yeah.
but then make a big symbol it
He's like,
form it to look like the Venus flytrap.
it's like that's it's a pretty freaky looking plant. It sounds like we found our the plant queen that the goblins liked so much. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Sounds like this is our plant lady. I think she's up to something.
I believe you are correct.
I'm gonna look at you and go, I am Goo, and explain to you that I think one of the church people has the ring.
Well, Goo seems to think that someone affiliated with the church has taken the ring, and personally, I would like to find out who these crimson robes are.
Are we away from her building?
Yeah, you've walked away a little bit, and then maybe you're down the corner and step to the side.
I want to pull out the paper I found and hand it to Frank.
All right, so Frank looks it over. He's like, "Yeah. This doesn't look like normal mining chemicals, but it looks like something a lot stronger. I'd say they're trying to do something a little different, a little unorthodox. It looks like the church has hired stone or something, and these chemicals are an important part, but it definitely does not look above board. There is no seal of the guards on this paper. It's not official. It's solely an agreement between them.
Would it be an agreement between the church and Mr. Stone?
It looks like Stone was contracted with them. I don't know if it was intentional or if it was forced. I don't know if he was coerced. I don't know if I just didn't quite know my friend. But you never really know.
I suppose not. Well, whoever has this signet of the late Mr. Stone, you said they could pretty much get anywhere they want.
Yeah, they could go in the mines, and it'd be real easy to say, yeah, I'm on official business. It's typically what they do. They give you a signet, and they say, hey, go take care of da. And that's how the dwarves know that Stone sent you.
Well, how about, for the remainder of the night, I say we should check the mines.
So yeah, so you guys, you going back? You going to the mine?
I think we should go to the mines.
Same. What
All
time is it?
We are at 2:58.
No, I'm at
Oh,
okay.
5:06.
Oh, 5:06. You're actually real time or game time?
in game.
It's
My character wouldn't know. I just want to know it's
probably 1 in the morning at this point.
1 in the morning.
Yeah,
now?
you guys traveled all the city. You met this guy. You had this little interaction with her.
Yeah. Well, we should find somewhere to rest, and then reconvene after we wake up
We'll come back here.
and come to the mines.
All right, Frank's like, just meet me back at my office in the morning, and he sort of walks away. He's like, you drop off that evidence, keep it safe, drop it off with me in the morning, and he leaves.
I thought I already gave it to him.
Oh,
We
you
also
did?
need a vehicle.
Okay, well he takes it with him. He's like, I'm gonna go put this in my office,
Yeah,
lock it up.
All I have now
We
is
also
the
have to be
deeds.
at the Miss Clean place at 9 tomorrow morning. So
All right,
Trust me.
do we
we
meet
be
back
there.
here? Y'all want to meet back here? What's the plan?
I say we meet back here first thing in the morning. I have a suspicious feeling that she's not going to be pleased with who she's greeted with if she does not comply. If she's not here, I can tell you one thing. My other half will not be so patient.
Okay. So do you guys head to an inn, or
Yeah.
Then I asked Tony, be like, would you know of anywhere somewhat comfortable to stay for the night?
Well, I suggest if we go on the other side of the wall, to go back the way we came,
Go back the way we came.
because then we can dummy lock that door.
Tony, would your family, as you call them, be opposed to us crashing for the night?
oh, they probably won't like that.
And why not?
They're not too very welcome to outsiders.
But we are not outsiders, we are your friends. Are we not?
Yes, to a degree.
That sounds like a deception check.
Frank is just like,
Oh,
all right,
you
well,
friend
think
told
about
you.
it," and he walks
Y'all are
away.
my friends to a degree.
Fair enough. Well, I suppose then we should just find somewhere close by to sleep.
So are you guys staying in the black light?
I don't want to.
You don't
No.
want to?
I do
Alright.
not want to stay in
So, how about we go back the way we came, dummy lock that door, go back up, and then just get a hotel or in near the wall.
I agree.
Yeah. So basically, how in most D&D campaigns you go to an inn and you have like quality tiers and you have like you can get different tiers of rooms. It's basically a set price no matter where you go in an area, but the areas are separated by that. So your cheapest is the Blacklight. That is like your dirt cheap inn. Then it after that would be the Dwarvens. It goes up a little bit more in quality over here on number 5, the head of the wall for our district. It's very secure. It's very decent quality. The church and the merchant districts are very high quality, and you can't really stay at the lift here or at the down with the gangsters in the Crook's Corner unless you know somebody. So
We want high end or dirt cheap?
and you can kind of get a good in between is where the guards are, but
Well,
Well, except for me.
I only have 15
Now-
gold, so.
it's not just all barracks. It's like it's just the area in the town where they're more congregated at. Their headquarters is located there.
Yeah.
A lot of middle class people live there because it's secure. And
So actually, we just stay in the slums.
You say we just stay in the slums? It's scary.
yeah,
I'm used to sleeping in the sewers.
Yucky.
there is a nearby inn you guys can see just a little bit up the road with kind of a crooked hanging sign, and it's called the Hole in the Cauldron. And
Definitely a hole. Well,
Yeah.
I suppose. Well,
Suppose this will do.
I guess it'll have to do. I don't want to go back through the sewers, especially knowing what that green sludge is, and I guess I'll just sleep with my revolver in my hand.
Same here.
all right, so do you guys go into the inn?
Yeah.
All right, so you go in. There is a huge brute behind the counter of an orc. He is not well composed like the orcs that you see in the Orcovici family. He's more of your traditional orc. He's behind the counter, and he just sees you come in. He's like, room. Room?
Yes.
1 silver.
I toss him 2 silvers.
I honestly
One for the room and one for
I don't know if I have any money other than the rubies.
you. Do
You do. You should
you
have
start
started
off
money
with a
and-
certain amount?
You also got paid from your first job,
Yeah.
about 15 gold.
Remember?
That's right.
Yeah.
Well,
I started off with 10 and then the 15.
what is the highest quality room that you have here?
We got rooms with a bed, and room no bed. So you get room with bed, or room no bed.
I would prefer a room with a bed, please.
1 silver. Sorry.
Oh, we all sleep in the same room.
Yeah.
He's like 3 bed, 1 room. So he walks you all to down the hall, and he's like crunching the floorboards as he walks. He opens up a room, and you see there's only 2 beds. He walks over to the room across the hall, opens it up. There's a person sleeping in the bed. They yell out. He grabs the second bed in that room from right beside them and just drags it across the floor into the other room while they're screaming at him. They're going, "Get out! Get out!" He's like, "Oh, you pay 1 bed." And he drags it into your room and just sort of throws it against the wall. One of the legs is broken now. It's very crooked. And he goes, "Room."
Thank you kindly.
I am good.
He just kind of shovels back down the hall, dragging like a big club behind him, just like doof, 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 and he sits back down at the counter.
Okay. What's in the room?
2 beds and 1 broken bed.
Nothing else like a base or anything?
There is a little end table with a drawer that's kind of like partially open and kind of hanging there.
I'll go, I am good. I'm going to put my falchion
Yeah.
right beside the drawer.
Yeah.
And I go to sleep in the drawer.
And you see him walking
I
back
just-
down the hall to check on something. Someone's yelled for help, and he looks in the still open door and goes, "Why you need 3 bed?"
Oh, he didn't see me.
Oh, you all have shut the door?
Yeah, I
Okay.
figured we already had.
Okay, yeah. You didn't
Or is
say
it that
so.
bad of a hotel
I just
that
assumed
the
it was still
doors,
open.
they don't have doors?
You all just never said you shut it. So, okay, if you
Oh.
shut it, he doesn't see.
I just assumed we shut it.
All right. Anything y'all want to do, or just go ahead and skip to morning at this point?
I think we'll just go ahead and skip till dawn.
All
You're
Alright.
gonna need 2 beds. When you
So
wake
what
up.
time do we wake up?
So, what time do you guys want to wake
It's
up?
8 hours, unless it's
Like a long. I guess just a
long rest
rest.
is 6 to 8 hours.
you
Depend
can wake
if
up
you're
at,
a
like-
different race. Like
So-
there's some races that
We can say you guys wake
4
up
hours.
at like 9.
Yeah.
It's about the time you said you'd be back, and it's just down the street.
The proverbial alarm clock in the room goes off.
Oh, no, there's no alarm clock. You all are woken up by the sudden rising of dawn. You shift back, and it's the whole bed goes and falls on the floor.
My skin starts glowing. My skin starts to glow. And
oh,
all you hear is okay. I believe it is morning.
Goose gonna come out, grab his falchion, put it in his leg,
Oh, it's so bright.
and be like, "I am Goo."
I apologize that my
You know the time.
physique is too powerful for you. I do know the time.
What time is it?
Times.
In game or right now?
In game.
It's 9.
Oh,
It would
right
be
at
9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, around the time you guys said you'd be back. She's just down the road,
We
so
must go.
if you wanted to
I
go
am
there.
Goo. I am Goo.
Yes, we should be going. I have a date with destruction.
Alright, so as you guys go to leave the room, you see the giant ogre of the orc that has led you to your room holding up his mallet over a still like squawking and moving chicken, and he goes, "Continental breakfast?" and then just
How big is the orc
I was
compared
gonna
to me?
ask that.
Oh, he's a good 2 feet taller than you.
He's big.
huge. Yeah, he barely fits through the hallways.
Wait, how tall are you?
I'm 9 foot tall. That means this dude's like 11 feet tall.
He's fire giant. Like
He-
or
Yeah, he
He's
looks
one
like
of the
he
smaller
has a
giants.
disorder that has made him grow larger than a
Giantism?
normal orc, but also made him much dumber. And
Yeah.
he's just sort of in place of running this hotel because how else do you keep someone from robbing your hotel at night than have the biggest person in the entire Blacklight district man the inn?
I want to like, as we're going, I'll be like, no thank you, but I will admit, your stature is quite impressive. Almost as impressive as mine.
He looks at you, he's like, "Me no have statue," and he goes, "Me have breakfast," and holds up the 2 halves of the chicken you just splat.
Goose just running out the door because I know 9 o'clock, and he said it was 9. So
Yeah, I'm going to be like, well, we shall be on our way. Thank you for
Everything.
leaving us in this pit for the night. And I just kind of like turn and walk out.
He goes, "I pay extra silver for breakfast. No eat." And then he just like starts chewing on the chicken as you're walking out the door.
Very nice.
All right. So as you guys make your way out, you see Frank is there waiting on you. He's like, "Hey, it's about time."
We're only 4 minutes late.
He's like, "Hey, yeah, I guess you sleep too long."
Well, I suppose.
It's like,
Now,
city doesn't sleep.
let us see. Let us see. And I'm going to walk over to the door and I'm going to knock. And if she doesn't answer, I'm busting that hoe down.
I was going to roll a 14 for stealth.
All right. So what are you trying to do?
I want to peek in where I went in yesterday. I don't want to go in. I want to like put my eye to it and see if there's anything in there.
Okay. You look in the hole and you see her. She is completely asleep, passed out on one of the tables, still sitting in her chair. Looks like she was working till probably not too long ago, and just fully crashed onto this table. And there's spilled bottles everywhere. She's just dead asleep.
So she's not packing or anything. Everything looks the
No,
same
she is-
except for her mess.
She is very confident in herself and the need to not go anywhere.
Okay, I'm gonna run back around and go, "I'm good," and like quietly tell them she's still in there.
Well, then that's good for her. If she wasn't, this place would be nothing but a pile of ash. And I want to just like bang on the door to wake her
All
up.
right, roll a strength check for me.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I gotta switch.
You gotta switch dodge.
I gotta switch
Fine.
papers.
Oh, switch papers.
So for those, like,
So strength check.
yeah. 10. Not very powerful.
Okay. So since you rolled kind of low, I'm not going to say you busted the door down, but you can tell that it looks like the lock is very reinforced, but the hinges aren't. So the door just kind of like juts in, where you can tell you've kind of twisted the hinge and kind of warped it. This reinforced door was attached to a very cheap wall.
And I'm gonna be like, Plant Queen, come out and face me.
And you see she like stumbles up to the door and like opens a little hatch. You see her just looking through the hatch like half asleep, eyes barely open, and she's like, I can't deal with this early in the morning. She's like, hey, come back at 11, and she just shuts the door.
I'm kicking the door in.
All right.
They're standing right here.
So I'll have you roll another strength check to see if you can fully knock it down this time.
Can I use my axe instead?
Yes.
Can I like roll the hit with my axe?
You roll with advantage on to see if you knock the door down.
So I like pull my axe out,
Yeah.
and I just want to ham that
Okay.
ham that door. That's a natural 20.
Yeah, the door flies in and knocks her back a little bit, and you can tell this has fully woken her up. She's ticked off now, and she just looked at you all, and she's like, I cannot! And you see she claps, and all the plants rise up and turn to look at you guys, and I'm going to have you flip the battle mat over.
I'm not in there yet. You're the only one in there.
either. I'm not in there.
Yeah, well, she's ready to go. Because I was gonna let y'all talk a little bit first, but you guys were ready to
I
go.
don't think that's his. Oh man.
Oh god.
Oh, it's smudged from the drink on the table. Sad
going,
time.
man.
What do you mean, nice going?
It was your drink.
No, it wasn't. My drink's been over here.
It's okay.
No,
It's fixable. It's fixable. So as you enter the room, there once again is the two planters, sort of in the middle of the room. One to the left side, one to the right side, a little offset. There are two smaller planters, more towards the front of the room, as you can see. Does anybody need to borrow like some pieces?
Huh, I've got our minis.
Nice. Okay.
Do
So-
you have anything that looks like a ooze?
No.
There are three of these giant plants. As you can see, they have quite the long reach. However, even though they're quite far into the room,
Have I just walked, like, because they're not in here yet, so am I just, like...
you would be here and they'd just be like in the doorway, I guess, behind you. Even though the plants are quite large, their stems don't move that much. So we've got about this circle of range on each one.
Would it be 10-foot radius?
Pretty much, yeah.
Because melee's 5, so.
Yeah, they've got a little bit of extra reach on you, but not a ton. So these are the danger spots. She's here.
Why
And
don't you just kick over?
you have now entered the room. I'm going to have everyone roll initiative.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that was a little bit of crack. 9.
17.
13.
All right, you had 9,
Yeah.
and then Eric was 9. You were 13, Dalton.
17.
17, and what are you, Presley?
13.
13. And 4, 9, 13. All right. As you come in, you can tell she is quite ticked off. She yells at you all that, says, "You shouldn't have done that!" Very dramatically. You can tell she's still a little out of it, even though she is up and going now. But since you all caught her off guard, Dalton, you're actually going to go first.
I haven't entered into the room yet.
You do have first on the initiative order, though.
So what are these plants?
Those are big red plants. They are kind of bulbous
They're just red.
spears with little leaves coming out of the bottom. They're red. You have never seen any of
I've
these
never
plants
seen
before.
it, but out of character me, I think that's where the spores are coming from. So how big is this building? Is this map accurate?
Yeah, the map's pretty accurate.
So 5 feet per square?
It's a pretty big building.
Okay.
And she is at the very back near her.
What are
station.
these? What is this?
Those would be great.
To the sewers?
They're great.
Nice. Alright.
I love how, I'm one who initiated combat, and I have to wait for Goo to decide what he wants to do.
Goo's gonna, just go along the outside and
Okay.
wait. I'm gonna hold my attack I'm gonna hold my attack until something comes within melee to me.
And that's all you're going to do on your turn?
I'm gonna hold my attack, yep.
All right, Presley, you would be next. I guess we'll say that you spent your turn kicking the door down at the start. So that's why you're a little lower in the order.
That's fair.
Because you rolled pretty bad.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I want to kind of go in the same direction as Dalton or Goo, and kind of stand by him and load my pistol up and ready for anyone that may show themselves to me.
Okay. And is that all you're doing?
Yeah.
All right. What would you like to do, Eric?
Okay.
Or
Balthramar.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna move.
what should you do?
I've got 30 feet of movement.
Yep.
I'm gonna move in about maybe 15 feet,
Okay.
and I'm gonna I can see her, right?
Yeah, you can clearly see it. There's nothing blocking you except for the plants growing quite thick through the room.
I'm like,
Listen, you said that you would give us information, and I told you that if you did not, there would be consequences.
She looks at you and she's like, I've never seen you in my life. You kicked my door down. You brought the delinquents from yesterday.
My name is Balthramar. You saw me last night.
She's like, if you say so.
I'm like, I want to pull out the health potion that she gave me to prove to her that I got this from her.
All right, growth hormones. I could use those.
These are not growth hormones. This is a potion that you gave me last night.
No, I mean, what you been chugging?
The only chug that happens is the power that I get from the sun.
Like a plant.
So, I'm going to use my feature radiant consumption, and my entire body is just going to start glowing, so anything that comes within 10 feet of me, if it attacks me or if I attack it, it takes +2 radiant damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to start making my way towards this woman.
Gotcha. So
And
are you approaching this first plant?
Yeah, I'm going to approach the first plant, axe in hand, and I'm going to attempt to pretty much kill it.
Okay. So, you taking a swing?
Yeah.
All right. Roll for me to hit.
Come on, big numbers, baby. Freaking A, dude. These dice suck balls. It's not it's a freaking
And I will say that is the most densely packed part of the room for the plants that you are approaching right now. That's why there's 3 of them.
There is. It's a freaking 7 to hit.
Just hit.
Oh, God. I'm glad.
Yeah. Roll damage for me. How much are you doing here?
We're about to find out. Hey, can you scoot over, buddy?
Yeah, sorry.
Where's my D12? Okay, so it takes 1d12 plus 3 radiant damage.
Okay.
Because the axe does 1 and my radiant consumption does 2.
Nice. All right.
That's gonna be, God dang it.
How much?
5 damage.
All right. You lop a big chunk off this plant. It just screams out and actually makes a noise and kind of reels back a little bit. And as a reaction to you coming up, hitting and stimulating the plant, it is going to spit acid at you.
Doesn't faze me.
A 4 probably doesn't hit you.
No, it does not.
So, it spits a bunch of acid at you and it kind of melts into the floor.
Sam,
It's
Is that all your friends have?
The plant looks at you and just goes, and she's like, it's a plant. It's beautiful, but I didn't add eyes.
I'm like, well, you've seen what I can do to your friends. How about we call this off and have a civil discussion?
All right. I'm going to toss you this because I forgot to add it. Frank is going to walk up behind you about 1 square and a little to your left and back. Yeah, that's great. He's going to attempt to shoot the plant because it is now his turn. He does not hit it. Oh, wait. I forgot to add his bonuses. So, yeah, he does hit it.
Excuse me.
And he kills it.
Sick.
So that first plant is dead. If you want, you can just draw an X on it.
God. Goodness.
And also, real quick,
I'm gonna turn up like, nice shots.
just for the people watching at home, I'm going to take a picture of our board before we destroy it.
Some people watching home. Yeah. Second time in a row our cameras have win.
Yep. She just looks at you in horror and goes, "My beautiful plant!" And you see spores start coming from everywhere because she is now ticked off. And let's see here. I believe I have something I could do.
Spores everywhere. All hail the plant queen, I suppose. All hail the plant queen.
Where you're so far away, all she can do is hit you with her spores, but you are going to... Wow, she rolled high. Take 4 damage, Eric.
That's alright.
And she chest attacks me.
Yeah. Well, you're the closest.
I'm like, that almost tickled.
She's like, well, it'll tickle more later.
Listen, I don't swing that way, despite my perfect body.
She just kind of looks at you in disgust and goes, "Ugh, my plants will make quick work of you."
Alright.
Alright, so yeah, you can freely move through that space now, by the way, where that plant was. It's just normal squares. And it is, let's see here, Dalton's turn. Top of the round.
Alright. I want to look down in the grate.
Alright, are you just peering down? Or are you
I'm just looking. But I'm cautiously looking.
It's only a space about that big. It looks like it's some kind of irrigation system.
Irrigation.
Yeah, it looks like water flows through it. You don't see the green before. It's like water with a slight green tint, but it does not seem to be the same liquid as the very toxic sludge. It's more of like a plant fertilizer liquid.
Alright. I want to... So did the spores just pop up out of nowhere? And they didn't...
They're coming from her.
They're coming from her, not these red plants?
Yeah, it's just a druid ability.
Have the red plants moved at all? When he ran by?
Nope.
Okay, I want to... I guess... What can I do?
Nothing. You can do nothing.
Actually, I can. I want to...
Where's our battle music?
I want to...
Can you not cough right in my face?
Yeah, have you ever been told to cover your mouth? I want to go... Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30... I'm going to use my bonus action to dash. 10, 15, 20. I'm going to move here. Which one's me?
One against the wall. Those are both the same character.
So we're going to swap. I want the dagger. We'll move here and attack this plant.
Alright, roll to hit for me.
That is a 23.
Yeah, you definitely hit it. Is that dirty 20? Or do you roll it at?
I rolled 17 plus
Gotcha.
5.
Okay, yeah, so just roll to hit.
I just did.
Oh, that was your damage?
25.
That was my hit.
Yeah,
said
yeah,
roll
roll
to
your
hit.
damage, sorry.
Rolled the damage. 1d8. That is... How are we doing damage again? Just straight rolls, or are we adding?
You add your proficiency with the weapon and stuff.
I prefer the
Same as we do in your campaign.
Okay, so the proficiency... So with my falchion that I take out my leg, I'm going to cut it. That's 6 plus just our proficiency. Right? How did you do it? I just want to make sure we're on the same roll.
It's the same way you were calculating your bonuses bonuses. And your
So would I be? I wouldn't be hidden, right?
Mhm.
Okay. I wouldn't get to do my sneak attack. So that will be just 8 damage.
8 damage.
Yeah.
All right. It takes the hit, but it takes the hit hard.
Okay.
Very nice.
And that is my go. I can't do anything else.
How many feet are these squares? Each of them?
5.
5.
Let's see. It's my turn, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. What do you do? What do you do for a Klondike bar?
What would you do to kill?
Are these plants doing anything? Like,
They're just there.
are these the same plants as these?
Yeah.
The red ones?
They're just 2 different planters, the same as the 2 planters
Alright.
in the middle of the room.
I was wondering, 'cause this one's kind of like brownish.
Yeah, so there's 2 diagonal planters for all of you all listening at home, with some red bulbous plants in them, kind of placed near the entryway of the room. Looks like they're a little closer to the front. Closer to the middle of the room, there are the 2 planters with their giant piranha-type plants. And those are the current things they are trying to work through to get to our elf druid in the middle of the room.
Okay, let's see. I want to move somewhere around here with my 30 feet of movement, and then take a shot.
You're good.
Anything? Okay. I want to take a shot at this plant right here. Like at the base of it, maybe.
Okay. So if you're shooting for the base, not the bulb, I'm going to roll with disadvantage. If you want to do that.
Advantage?
With disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, it's a little harder to hit.
So,
Disadvantage.
ooh,
Match.
nat 20.
But you have to roll again.
That's right.
Wait. Yeah, disadvantage.
Disadvantage. So you take the lowest of the 2.
What'd you get?
Nat 1.
Oh, God!
7.
7 does hit. You've lost your crit, but you did hit it.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Oh well. 1.
Roll
That
damage for me.
sucks.
Your mom sucks. But it is what it is. And then 2 piercing. Well, plus 2. That'd be 4 piercing.
Nice. All right, it takes that hit pretty well. And next would be old Balthramar.
So, after I had seen this one dead, I look back at Frank and I'm like, nice shot. Now, time to end this. And I'm going to...
You took a nice shot that he missed.
No, talking about Frank, because Frank just like shot and killed the one right next to me.
Oh yeah, I forgot I hit it. Yeah.
So, what Balthramar is going to do now, Balthramar is going to... So, let's talk some logistics real quick before I do what I'm about to do. If I use the Herald charge in the amulet now, do I, like, even if I have 20 HP right now, my max is 24, do I get temporary hit points with that? Oh, shoot, it's on, like, Donkey Kong. Okay. So he's gonna be like, the dawn will consume you. And I'm gonna just, like this charge, like, the amulet, the charge pulses. Alright?
Mhm.
I'm gonna go back to 24 HP.
Alright. It's no longer glowing, and it does not feel warm to the touch anymore. You can tell you've expended all of the charge in it that it is accrued from.
And I'm gonna choose Dalton to take 10 extra hit points.
Gotcha. So heal up, and anything extra put as temporary.
Sick.
Um,
So, hang on. I'm stupid. What's 10 minus 4?
I mean, 4 minus 6.
10.
6. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm not even going to pay attention much to the plants. I want to charge her. Like, I want to try to bob and weave through these plants and charge her,
Okay.
since she's pretty much controlling these things. It sounds like.
Okay. So If you want to sprint, the plants will take attack of opportunity as you pass them.
That's fine by me.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and make your movement.
Oh, I thought you were about to make him make a
Yeah,
acrobatics save.
something like that.
No, he's just going to get
No,
attacked by
they
2 plants.
just get the opportunities to
So,
attack.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and that one's going to spit acid at you for. What's your AC?
16.
Ah, it does not hit.
So,
So it spits acid.
I've used my movement. Now I want to turn, I'm kind of like in between these two now, so I'm kind of like not in a good area, but I'm not in this one's range. So I'm going to take an attack on this one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
That is 14 to hit.
Yep, roll damage.
Perfect.
You slapped it.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear. That is going to be 12. It's going to be 9 slashing, 3 radiant damage. 12 damage total.
Yeah, it is very dead. You swipe through this plant, and it just starts glowing brighter and brighter and brighter till it just blows up. Plant chunks just everywhere. Okay. You swipe through the plant. It explodes with gold radiant light. Chunks of it flying everywhere, hitting you in the face, slapping you.
Yeah.
And she is going to scream out, "My babies!" And she seems very frantic and angry and very upset now.
Good. As she should be.
Terrified.
Next will be Frank's turn. And let's see, you killed that one right in front of her, right?
Yep.
Cool, you just exit out. Frank's going to move forward about 3 squares. Frank actually hits something.
For once, give me that.
Ooh. Frank is going to do 6 damage to that one.
Which one?
The one right by you. Oh, I thought you just killed that one.
No, I killed this one.
Oh, so yeah, he's going to shoot and kill, how much did I say? 6. I had to recount my dice. So that one's dead. That one's dead. So 2 are dead. So
One of them's damaged.
yep.
So you got the front and I got the base.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, that one takes a little damage. Still seems fine. That is going to make it her turn. There's still a plant right in front of her. She is going to reach out with a glass jar and sort of smash it on the side of the plant, and you will see the vine will actually kind of stretch out like a doorway. She's going to step through it, and she's going to come out of this plant all the way over here on the left side.
Over here?
Yep. And
Was it her? Was it
that
her?
is her turn. She's
color
moved
was
away.
What color was the portal thingy?
Oh, it was a very green liquid.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
But it was sort of a darker green. It's not the same as the other.
He's like, you coward. You run. Face us.
I'm not a coward. I'm one with the plans.
One with my axe blade in a minute.
All right. Well, that makes it Dalton's turn.
I want to finish off that one. That is a 11 to hit the plant.
Oh yeah, you hit it. You hit it. Yeah.
Okay.
Roll damage. I don't know why I had to think about that so hard when I had the number written in front of me.
That
That is bigger than the number on the board.
That's 3 damage.
Okay. Which one are you damaging?
The one I'm by.
Gotcha. And you already damaged that one before.
I damaged it 8, so a total of 11. It's
It's dead.
Nice.
You want to add any flavor text to it?
just as it. I want to say like after damaging it, it's going to try to strike and just the falchion
Just sink right through its mouth.
and then pull it out. Just go watch it throw.
And falls on the
Okay,
ground.
now I would like to use my. I like to use my movement.
Yeah.
So now it's dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to come to the table and see what's there.
See what's there. Okay, roll investigation for me.
In the middle of combat, he's just looking at stuff.
That was almost a natural 20.
Like an hour.
13.
You find, it says prototype 02 on the side of the jar. You do find a glass jar of green poison.
Cool.
On the desk.
Throw it at her.
So yeah, it looks like it is a weaker, earlier version of the same thing in the jars. If you drink it, it does 1d12 poison damage. If you apply it to a weapon, it gets +3 on the next 3 hits poison damage. And if you throw it, it does 1d10 -1 damage. So you could potentially do all 9, or you could do not a lot. And yeah, and it has the range and everything on there for you.
Okay, I'm going to pocket that, and I want to use my bonus action to dash.
Okay,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
gotcha. All right,
And that's my turn.
it will now be Presley. What's Tony gonna do?
I want to use my movement to get closer to this one, so I'm a little bit more in range, maybe about like right here.
Okay,
Like 15.
and that one's already dead.
No, not. Yeah, like I'm near it, but I'm like aiming for this one.
Okay.
And I want to take a shot at the head of it.
Okay. You are shooting through the planter, which is very densely kind of populated. So it'll be a little harder to hit. Go ahead and roll for me. Just gonna add 1 to the AC instead of doing disadvantage.
Alright, 19.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits. Yeah, roll damage for me. It is
9. 10, or 9 piercing.
Yep, you kill it. How do you want to do it?
Bullet goes straight through, no problem.
So you just blast right through the vine and right out its mouth, and it just
Mm-hmm.
falls right off the vine, just kind of plops on the ground. Green
It's like
ooze
going for it. It's
flowing.
like going to attack Balthramar, and like it just like goes and it stops and it just flops down.
Yeah, a little bit of green juice squirts out on your shoe.
Like-
Disgusting creatures.
All right.
You're welcome.
And that one that makes that your turn. Unless you have anything else you want to do, or you can do.
Stay here.
All right. What you got?
Never
About
what
the
else
mob.
I can do.
Balthramar is going to now turn around. I want to go through like this, like the plant atrium thing.
That is definitely going to be rough terrain.
How tall is it? Like, could I potentially jump?
It becomes about waist high, but it is 2 blocks thick there, so 10 feet wide.
So it's 10 foot wide.
Yeah.
I don't think I can.
Of dense plants and vines and stuff coming
It would
out.
half your jump, just like it will half your speed, so might as well just use your walking speed.
Yeah, they're very much there to be obstacles.
Yeah, I get that. I would like now to try and I guess I'll just use all of my movement to get around to get to this plant. So 1, 2, 3, 5.
All right. And I guess, are you rolling to hit?
I'm just gonna attack this next plant. Balthramar, he kills the one that he's standing at. He sees as Tony launches a bullet through the brush and kills the one next to me that there's only one course of action, which is to continue moving towards the plant queen. And I'm going. Balthramar just raises his axe and he's like,
These weeds are pests, to say the least.
he's gonna try to kill this one.
Okay. What do you roll to hit?
That is an 11 to hit.
Yeah, you definitely hit it. How much damage?
About to find out. Tell you that much.
So for the gooper, it says that the target can make another wisdom saving throw. What is my
5.
What is my DC?
Where am I sucking?
Because I'm not a spellcaster.
Gotcha. That's a good question. I'll have to look that up. I'm not sure on that. I didn't
One-
think that part through.
1 radiant damage plus I have radiant consumption. So
It would
it's
go with my class, but my class is Dex, so they would have to make a
5
You
damage.
can do a dex save. Say what?
5 damage.
Okay.
2 slashing, 3 radiant.
Yeah. So you lop off a big chunk of the plant. It's going to scream out, make an attack against you where you've hit it and you're so close. So these don't really have initiative order. They just hit when they're hit.
Yeah.
But Does a 13 hit?
It does not.
It does not hit. All right. Well, it kind of just munches at you, but you've kind of beat it up, and it doesn't make it. So yeah. Let's see here. It's now going to be Frank's turn. Frank is going to move over next to the planter. Let's see. Keep going that way in 5 squares. Yeah. Yeah. So he makes it to about there, and he's going to roll the hit with disadvantage, range, and all the plants.
Frank has now run from his position in the middle of the room to the side of one of the atriums in the middle of the room.
Yeah, he's basically standing next to one of the plant corpses and next to the planter for the giant red bulbs. I rolled with disadvantage to hit and got a 19 and a 20.
Nice.
The only good rolls he's had the entire 3 sessions. And let's see what he rolls to hit here.
The only good rolls he gets the entire campaign.
He's aiming at her, and he is going to do, 7 damage, which is pretty good.
Considering. Yes, Frank. Kill the plant queen.
All right. She lets out a yell in pain, just sort of like, yeah, as he shoots her right in the shoulder. She is now going to, on her turn, let's see. My options are here. So as a bonus action, I am going to have her pull out a dark brown potion and drink it. And let's see. And that is going to up her AC to 16.
Oh. Crap. Shan't be a problem.
And then for her action, she is going to chuck another potion directly at the green jar behind her. And that is going to be one of Produce Flame. So it's going to be an orange, kind of almost glowing, fiery liquid. And when it hits it, it's going to start a flame for 10 minutes on that giant closest one. And it is going to let out a massive burst the second it is heated of green gas. The liquid immediately vaporizes and fills the entire room. It is now harder to see. And you also will need to have you all make a Constitution saving throw.
Even if we don't breathe it in?
Oh, you don't breathe, do you?
I do breathe. I can hold my breath for an hour.
If you want to hold your breath for an hour, you don't have to roll. You can't. Right now. But if you're holding your breath, you can't talk. If you want to talk, you have to roll another. Another one. Yeah.
We're rolling right now.
Yeah, roll Constitution.
Yeah. It's Constitution save. So use this modifier.
Ooh. Goated. Got that.
19.
18.
Right. Wow.
Oh, nuts.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Let's go.
It is extremely underwhelming. Your skin feels singed. Your lungs are burning, some of the worst burning you've ever felt, but you don't seem to notice any ill effects yet.
This is child's blood.
Big say if it's poison, I have an advantage on any damage. I take half damage to poison.
I was going to say it was necrotic. Kind of like a dead plant juice. I don't know.
Dead plant.
If you want to kill me,
necrotic's mine.
Personally.
Frank does not pass. And Frank, let's see here.
Is dead.
Turns green.
He's going to take... He rolled really bad. He's going to take 12 damage.
Oof.
Which was about the max that could do. So yeah, Frank's not looking too good. But he is still standing nonetheless.
You should leave this to the big boys.
Yeah, he's going to start coughing and wheezing. He's like, wouldn't breathe it in.
I'm going to take a deep breath and go.
Feels nice to me.
I'm so tempted to make you one extra Constitution save because you're breathing it in, but I won't. I won't be that mean. Oh, I'm so tempted though. Alright. So yeah, that is now going to be your turn, Goo.
Okay, Goo, holding his breath, is going to use his bonus action to dash.
Alright.
So 1, 2, staying out of this plant's radius. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yep.
And that plant gets an attack of opportunity. Or no, wait, I'm in his space, right? I haven't left his space.
Yeah, you've moved into his space. You haven't left yet.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
if you engage with it at
if
all,
I
it can
move,
attack.
yeah.
She can order it to attack you, but it's not her
But
turn.
anyways, I want to take that bottle I found,
Yeah.
poison,
No.
grab her, and stick it down her throat.
I'm gonna kill the plant.
I'm gonna make you roll like a dexterity to see if you could just like somehow finagle this into her open mouth while she's trying to protest.
Just a dex.
Yeah.
That's 19 plus 3.
Oh lord.
22.
Oh my gosh.
You're about to win this.
Yeah. I don't even know why I rolled. She doesn't have a modifier even if she rolled a 20. Yeah, so she guzzles that bad boy on down.
1 to 12.
She guzzles that bad boy.
If applied to a weapon. So,
Yeah, 1d12. How much does it do?
4. Doesn't do that much. That
That
was a
was-
disappointment.
That was pretty,
But that's my action.
I never intended that to be a combat. I thought maybe like stealthily try to kill somebody is why I put that on there, just in case.
Kill her with her own brew.
Yeah.
Down with the plant queen.
So yeah, let's see here.
Isn't it ironic though?
She took how much?
It's like just 4.
Four.
But if going by poison, each at the either start or end of her turn, she takes another poison damage
Gotcha.
until that lasts for an hour. I believe poison is in the
Okay.
book.
Gotcha. We will roll with that then. I did not anticipate that. That's
T-minus
fun. Alright.
So after the end of her turn, I get to roll a dice.
Nice.
Let me double check that. Poison.
I forgot. Real
Andrew.
quick. Say what? Nice. Alright, we're getting close. Let's see. I'm just real quick marking off the spells she has used because I was not writing it down as I went.
Shut
Shut
up, you little.
You guys
I'm
can roll
having fun.
insight if you want,
Inside.
I would like to.
Yeah. as she's been using these spells.
Gosh, that's horrible. That is very horrible. Now a dirty one.
What are we rolling? Sorry, I was
Insight.
I got a 3.
I'll let you roll with advantage because you are right in her face.
Advantage, good.
The -1.
What'd you get?
Dadgum, dude.
19
Nice.
plus, just 19. I don't have any modifiers.
you rolling?
You will
Have a
notice.
minus.
I love this dice set
Why are
now.
you rolling so good?
Those are definitely
Alright.
weighted.
I need to buy a new freaking set.
I got these from the one,
CM or
the one in Maryville, the one we go to.
Game Piece?
Yeah.
I need to go get a new dice for this campaign.
So you'll have noticed as you've sort of inspected her potion equipment and stuff, it seems like she's brewing some sort of plant magic spells at most of the tables, one where you found the poison. You'll have also noticed that she has not cast a single spell, only controlled the spores and thrown potions the entire time. She's not actually using magic. She's just throwing out bottles of plant spells, basically. And you'll see there's only one slot on her belt, and a couple of them are already empty where she's thrown them for each different colored spell.
Interesting.
So on
And you can clearly see them all hanging out right there.
because she ingested it.
Yeah.
Each time at the end of the creature's turn, she takes the damage die. If she succeeds if she succeeds, she takes half damage of whatever. roll.
my god! All right, let's see.
It's a Constitution saving. So So at the end of her turn, just tell me I rolled the.
All right, jeez Louise.
That's nuts.
I almost gave her a potion of cure poison, and I was like, sure.
Surely they won't use it on her.
I was like, by some slim chance, if they throw it at her, I was like, hey, it's okay.
I just ran up
Guzzle that bad boy.
I also didn't intend for you to even find that till after the fight. Man, jeez Louise. All right, you were causing chaos out here.
That's our job as the players.
All right.
Yeah. Keep you on your toes, man.
So yeah,
Yeah,
Presley, it is your turn.
Yay! I want to use my movement to knock everything over.
Avalanche of candy
I want
papers.
to use my movement to get closer to where Frank is at.
All right.
So,
So he's running across the room around the planters.
and then I want to do a dash as my action.
Fix that. You have 60 feet for your gun. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So you can shoot that far.
And I want to shoot at her. with my.
All right, roll a hit.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have action surge now.
Yeah. These are all my tokens. Screw that. Watch me get another bad roll.
Give it to him.
You have to cash that in. So he just cashed in one of his chips. I gave them all 3 chips of
What'd you
reroll.
roll?
They're sort of like
Doesn't hit,
inspiration
14.
points, and they do not get those back each session. They only earn those. They're sort of like a beefier version. And whenever they cash in a chip with me, they can redo a roll. But they only have 3 right now.
You know.
So yeah, what did you get? 14 to hit. You're shooting the plant,
So
right?
good.
Or are you shooting her?
Her. I guess.
Yeah, that's not going to hit. She drank a potion of...
Just kidding. I hate the plant.
What did I call it?
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Basically, she used...
This is
What is it
so good.
called?
Keep
My
them
goodness,
all.
I even...
That thing they gave her 16.
Yeah.
Is that the key?
Just call it special armor juice.
It's written on here. It's an actual spell.
Bark juice.
Armor juice.
Oh, are you talking about bark skin?
Yeah, she used bark skin, and
Yeah.
basically she is now covered in a thick tree bark, and it did not make it
It
to the bark.
basically turns your skin into.
I know what bark is.
Yeah, she looks like a very short, very angry Groot right now, covered in potion.
I am Groot.
She is quite small.
All right, so that didn't hit.
I forgot she's like
Eric,
a
it's your
midget.
turn. What does Balthramar do?
First of all, he's going to go ahead and finish off this plant.
All right, roll a hit for me.
Or do you get like a nat one?
It's a mystery.
11.
11. Yeah, that hits.
Cool.
The plants do not have strong resistance to being hit.
That's going to be 7 damage.
7 damage. Yeah, that one's. That one's dead.
Cool. So he just.
Yeah, the only one alive still is the one right beside
So
him.
Aquino, my axe comes up above his head and just slashes the bulb off of the end of this tendril. And then as soon as he does that, like he like looks up and his eyes like flash real bright. And he goes, he's kind of like looking in her general direction. He goes, "You're next." And then I'm gonna use my movement to get closer.
I like how you just get all that vicious and then you just like.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use my movement to get in the range of this next one, this next plant boy.
All right. Is that all you're gonna do on your turn?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. You are standing in its ring, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
2 of us are.
Yeah, 2 of you are. Okay.
You must choose.
It is Frank's turn.
You must choose.
Frank takes a shot at her and misses, hitting the glass behind it. Just kind of crackles and shatters.
Dang it, Frank.
Purple ethereal shot. He did use a spell through his gun, and you guys just don't get to know what it does because it missed.
Dang it, Frank.
Frank never hits anything.
That,
And
that one shot was his best.
he
Frank,
has
you
decent
rolled
modifiers.
once.
I only got 11.
Oh.
Anyway, so Frank misses, and yeah, that concludes his turn. He's not getting any closer.
Nice.
It is now her turn. She is going to.
The cat.
Yeah.
You got gnats in your house.
She is going to cast plant growth by pulling out another dark green vial. This one's kind of swirling with little twigs and leaves, all kinds of chunks of plant. It's basically a magical fertilizer. She chucks it right in that bad boy beside you all's mouth. And it is going to grow to twice its size, doubling its range. It is also going to heal it, because what this spell does
That
is...
one hasn't been touched yet.
Yeah, it hasn't been touched, and she just buffed it. Basically, what this does is it super buffs a plant. And because this monster's a plant, I'm just going to apply it to it. So,
Nice.
we're doubling its HP.
So this is like, Plants vs. Zombies, where instead of shooting 1 pea, it's shooting 2 peas
I
now.
need to take out the pea shooters.
And she is going to yell for it to attack, and it is going to take a chomp at you since you are closer to her.
You're dead.
No, I'm a rogue.
Does a 13 hit?
Huh?
13?
No!
It doesn't. So it takes a massive chomp at you, and
I dodge back. Like,
you narrowly dodge it, and it
Dodge
just
all the
swoops a giant chunk of pavement out and takes it back with it.
The Mario chomp, like the big old black thing.
Oh, chomp chomp.
Yeah, it's basically like a super beefed up piranha plant, and
I'm
you
terrified.
dodged it. That is going to conclude her turn.
Her turn.
So now that makes it your turn.
Kill
Back
her.
to the top.
She takes 11 damage.
Oh,
Poison.
From the poison.
Oh,
She might have bark skin, but it'll kill her from the inside. And now it's my turn.
Yep.
Stab
All right, roll the hit.
with a falcon.
If I increased her AC, or she would be doing.
That's a 17 to
Oh
hit.
my god.
Oh my god.
That's exactly what you needed to hit. Roll
12
damage.
plus 5.
Oh my god.
Come on.
And this is a 1d8.
This is it.
Kill it. Kill it. Kill it.
That is another 8 damage.
Oh. Max.
No.
Oh.
It was
She's
6
hanging in
plus
there.
2.
Hanging in there.
You can see there is chunks of bark falling off. She is bleeding quite heavily. And let's see here.
This is your last chance. Give us the information we desire. Call up your dogs or you are dead.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage and go this way. So she and the plant cannot attack me. That's what disengage does.
Gotcha.
So it removes their opportunity to attack.
Okay. Nice.
I'm starting
to
like rogues.
Presley, go ahead. She is just sort of,
Finish her,
she's like,
finish
I'll take a shot at her.
finished yet?
Taking a
And
shot.
she
You
just
have
like, reaches up
two
and slaps
shots
the
you
piranha
can
plant,
make.
and it just, before where they were just feebly just like going, it's like, and shakes the whole building. This thing
What'd you
is
get?
ready to go.
Piranha plant.
That is a
Yeah.
18 to hit.
18 to hit? You hit. Are you going for her or the plant?
Her.
Alright.
Alright, let's see.
Kill it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's an 8 damage.
8 plus your proficiency bonus, right? That's how we're doing it?
Yeah.
Plus proficiency.
Yeah,
So
because you're
10.
proficient
10.
with your dex.
Yeah.
10.
Alright, so you did 10 damage?
For the first shot.
Yeah, the second shot. Here we go.
Action
Action
surge.
surge. Here
You're
we
gonna do
go.
all of it and just let me know the total.
So,
Ooh.
17.
18 to hit.
Oh, 18?
I mean, no, 19 to hit.
Oh, yeah, he has plus 7.
God dang.
19 to hit.
19 to hit. Yeah, you hit.
Oh, yeah, he's
Oh.
archery.
That was a 2.
Plus 2, so 4.
Poison, man.
I kind of feel bad for killing her, but because we need answers.
Well, I have plus 2 bonus
Oh,
for
we
attack. so
can
that-
bring her down to, we can knock her out and then wake her up.
You prefer to knock her out than kill her? It's up to him.
I would prefer to knock her out than kill her because we
I
need
guess,
we
yeah.
need answers.
We could
Knock
say,
her out.
yeah, that, you have to describe that though. Say like you want to shoot her in the shoulder,
Yeah, I want to shoot her like.
so
Um,
she's like 1 HP.
Yeah, I want to like shoot both shots like in both her shoulders. Like.
Yeah, you do quite a bit of damage, and she falls back and lands on the ground unconscious from the pain because did
She-
considerably
she-
more damage than the 2 health she had left. So
How much health did she have in total?
So I would have killed her.
she started out with 28. Y'all did quite a bit fast.
Well, we still have one plant monster
Yeah.
to kill.
Yeah.
So she falls on the ground, and the plant monster is going to move to cover her. And she is now sort of, it's positioned in between you all to where it is blocking her. So, yeah.
So it's in between me and him.
Yeah, it's basically over top of her. She's
Okay,
Yeah.
like this.
So, yeah, Eric, you go.
Okay. Now,
I'm going to do a 50 billion damage to my plant now.
It has double health though, so
yeah, it's got double the health, which means I'm going to cast I'm going to cast Searing Smite.
Oof, okay. Roll the hit for me.
And can you pull up Searing Smite?
it's like an extra. Make your attack roll, and then it's like 1d extra 1d8 or 1d6
Yeah,
of
at
radiant
level
damage.
1. Yeah, so I got to roll the hit first, but I am casting Searing Smite.
Okay, get to put that on your spells.
That is a
Your spell slots.
21 to hit.
It's 1d6.
Yeah.
1d6 extra damage after you.
So that's a
roll your axe.
Okay, that's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, you hit. It buffed its AC, but you still hit.
10, so 7 slashing, 3 radiant,
And then 1d6.
and then 3 burning.
3 fire damage.
3 fire. So that's 13 damage.
You cut a huge chunk off the bottom of this plant. It falls back, screaming in pain, and there's just goop pouring out. More of this just green liquid pouring out of the bottom of it. It is still standing, though. You did not do quite enough to kill it, but you did a lot.
Roll
Yeah.
a 1d6 for me.
Okay.
I'm by that fire.
Ah.
I just noticed that. So give me 1d6 worth of damage.
4.
For fire.
And let's see here.
I didn't see that. I forgot the fire entirely.
And these plants do still have the ability to attack when attacked. So I'm going to... A 15 hit you.
No, it does not. 15
Oh,
does not.
What's your AC?
16.
I thought about buffing it.
If you did
proficiency,
me,
but I didn't.
It would be 6. I'm 14.
Alright, so it takes another huge chomp at you, but it's still trying to cover her, so it doesn't quite make it far enough. And it just takes another gash out of the pavement, and like you see its teeth sink into it and just kind of scrapes back, just making this god-awful like noise.
Well then, I suppose. Can I I want to just for flavor. I want to use some of my movement. I want to slide under it to get to it its other side.
Okay.
So now I'm on the opposite side of the plant. I'm still within range, so it doesn't get an opportunity attack. But I did kind of get out of its way,
What part of the plant did you slide under?
The
vines.
the vines, not the bulb.
You're good, you're good. If you just went under the bulb after I just said it was leaking green liquid, I was going to make you roll a constitution save.
No, I slid under the
I
vines.
was going to say it went in your mouth.
I started growing a tree out of my chest.
Vomiting branches and thorns. Okay. It is Frank's go.
That is the end of my turn.
Frank. Shit the fuck.
Frank rolls a 2.
Frank!
So Frank loads up another shot, and he's like, I hate plants, and just takes a shot. And through all the thick green gas in the building, he misses.
Of course he does.
I swear, I gave him good proficiency. He's just rolled colossally low every time.
He's just bad.
I'm not even fudging it to help you guys. It's legit too.
Nice.
Anywho, so yeah, I'm instead of her turn, I'm gonna make this the plant's turn in her stead. So let's see here. So yeah, it rolled a 16, so it is gonna hit you. And
Oh, Frank shoots me.
no, Frank's turn's over.
Oh.
It's now the plant because
Bro, imagine.
I'm letting it do her stead here.
Okay.
And
So one of the planets finally hits me.
yeah.
Yo.
I bet you take acid damage as well.
Yeah, probably.
You take 12 damage. It takes a colossal chomp on your shoulder.
Is half his body in the plant?
Yeah,
His head?
you are in the plant right now. It is went right over your top half.
Nice.
Your face is sticking out the side. Your legs are sticking out the bottom, and you've just got your hand with your axe out the side of the plant. And yeah, you're
Massive damage.
you're basically grappled now by the plant.
That one hurt. I'm not gonna lie. The plant just attacked me, which means it takes 2 radiant damage.
Yeah.
Oh no! All right. I mean, it's still hanging in there, but
Alright.
it's just hanging in there. It is your go,
That's my go.
Dalton. Yes.
I want to use my bonus action to hide within the green smoke.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I'm just gonna
roll.
do it. You don't even have to roll still.
okay.
Yeah.
So now, if I hit,
Yeah.
I get extra 1d6 stealth damage.
Okay.
Or sneak attack. And that is a 12 to hit.
You do not hit.
Alright.
It's higher than 12.
So-
Crap.
Yeah, I buffed its AC. And
Yeah,
it's
it went up because it's... Alright.
It's basically a spell that is a higher level spell that can basically restore the entire soil and fertility of an entire desolated town.
Watch it be
And she shoved it right down its throat.
Well,
So
okay. Well, that's the end of my turn, but I'm still hidden
Watch it be an AC of 4.
okay, yeah.
because I missed.
Presley, Tony the Tiger. What do you got?
Kill it.
Tony.
Shoot it!
Can you hit it this time? I'm inside of it.
Don't hit me!
Oh no.
That is a 21 to hit.
You hit.
Yeah!
It's not that buffed. I'm not trying to murder you all.
7 times 2. So times 2?
Yeah, because you have +7. Oh wait, no, you don't. Never mind. Shut up. I'm
No.
stupid.
11.
11 damage or 11 to hit?
11 damage. It was 21 to hit.
How you want to do it?
Literally inside of it.
I want to have it in my sides, and I just go back or pull the trigger, and it goes right through, and it opens its mouth, and like it just plops down to.
So you shoot it in the vine, or were you shooting it?
Like right like at the base of its like neck.
Gotcha.
You
Yeah.
shoot the bulb on.
So you totally sever it from the vine.
Yeah.
It's fallen off the vine now. And you said
It just opens. It's like
yeah, it screams out in pain, dropping you and falling into the floor, and it is now on top of the elf who is passed out. And let's see here.
No.
It has landed on top of her. It was trying to protect her.
it kills her. It crushes her.
He can do cure wounds or something.
It crushes
I've got
one of
like-
the potions attached to her hip.
Healing hand.
It is actually a potion of Dispel Magic, so the magical effect in the room actually dissipates.
Sick.
So I was just rolling to see which one, and that was the one we got, so it could have been very bad, but it was not.
Oh, gets back up.
Yeah, there was a potion of restoration on there. Yeah. That's what I was hoping for. Yeah, so, yeah, you guys have won the combat. You knocked her out pretty good, quicker than I thought, but she's out cold under the plant. What do you guys do?
Under the plant.
Celebrating.
Yeah, it was trying to protect her, and he severed it.
I
just
want to put
take it
my.
off.
I'm gonna put up. Yeah, I'm gonna put my falchion up and go. I am Goo, and like look at him and point at the plant and like make a push action, like to get it off.
Because I still got the plant. Like
Like I want to take the pistol and just swing around my finger and just like slick it back into its holster. I'm like,
It is quite dark.
another day's job done.
All right. So, yeah. Frank walks up, and he's just sort of looking at it. He's like, well, this is the right mess you made. And what do you guys...
Well, I would say that we have the woman who has all the information.
Yeah.
If you ask me, job well done.
I agreed.
And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm glad I hired muscle.
Very well.
Oh,
All right.
are we out initiative?
Yeah, you're out of initiative. You're just... everything is dead. The
Everything
only
is
plants
dead.
that are still up are the ones at the front, but they are not sentient.
That's what I like to hear.
They were a mechanic, but y'all shoved poison down our throats.
We need to cure that. That way, when we revive,
yeah.
she doesn't die.
Cure wounds or lay on hands should do that.
I have healing hands.
There is a golden potion on her belt that you see as well. If you want to
Investigate.
All right, roll investigation for me.
Just grab it.
Actually, let's make it a medicine check. What do you got?
Medicine.
That'll be just a straight 15.
Yeah, you can tell it does look like a healing potion, and you see a little label on the side that says cure wounds.
Take that.
Okay.
She's unconscious, so I just.
Oh, okay. I was offering that as an opportunity to use it on her, but you're like, nope, this is mine. She
God
could die.
dang, yep. Greedy, sticky fingers.
I want to check her for gold.
I'm going with
Okay,
what my
roll
character.
investigation for me.
Load of wallets.
I am.
Hey. It's a 9.
9. Okay. Where do you look? Like, she's got kind of a bandolier of different things, place for potions and vials all the way down the side. She's got kind of 2 pouches on her side. Is there anywhere in particular you want to
I check her pouches.
Yeah, you check the pouches. The pouch on the left, it is covered in acid. It's kind of burnt the box, but you do find this in there.
Oh my god.
Hey, kid.
Hope I didn't just mess it up.
Something came off the bottom of it.
Oh, no, it was the paper that was on the table. It flew off.
It's a silver ring for the people that are watching.
Yeah, it is a lockbox with felt line with a silver ring in it. And Frank's gonna walk over and he's like, "Yep, that's the stone signet right there."
Oh.
The stone.
Yeah,
That's the
that
family ring.
is his ring.
It's mine now. I'm kidding.
Actually, technically, we
Interesting.
don't need any questions. We found what we wanted.
Literally.
I guess so.
Kill her!
Do you?
Are you gonna relay this information?
It seems to be the ring from the stones.
It's the stone signet.
Rank's like, yeah, I know that anyway. You used to make poor people kiss that ring all the time. It was kind of funny.
That is quite funny. I hate poor people.
Well, at least now we know that she did have something to do with his murder.
I don't hate poor
Most
people. I
likely.
just think it's funny.
Well, then, how about we make
Kill
it...
her.
Well, if you would have noticed. I know it must have been hard for you to understand this, but she cannot use magic by herself. She relies on the potions. So I say we tie her up before we revive her.
Indeed.
I'm good.
That way she cannot use any of her little
Okay.
tricks.
You use his thief's knowledge to tie her up really well.
And are you just tying her up? Is that all you're doing?
Away from all the plans.
Yeah, like how about we take her back, take her out somewhere? Like oh, that would look bad.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah,
I say pull her to this corner right here.
yeah. it would
Away
make
from
sense.
everything.
I agree.
And kind of surround her so she can't get up.
Yeah.
I want to tie her hands and feet.
She's bound.
Rolling just to check something here. All right, do you all take her potions, or do you just leave those on there?
Oh, I'm taking everything.
Same.
I took the health one.
Like she ain't got nothing.
I rolled a
So you
7.
will find these 3 potions on her belt.
I rolled a sleight of hand.
Feel free to sort them amongst yourselves, however you would like.
I have the gold one, whatever which one it is. I like how he just grabs.
So yeah, you didn't. Now that one's not necessarily one of those. That was just a healing one. That she
So
could use
what
in combat.
level if it's gold?
That one is literally
Can't
just
be a basic one.
that is just
Superior?
that is just cure wounds.
Oh, so it's just like a
It's just one
basically it's a
d8.
magical spell that they put in a glass.
Yeah, she just makes spells through black magic.
You want the stuff?
Oh, I want the stealth. Wait, what is this?
So yeah, if you guys want to
Read
go ahead
that.
and read
I
those
don't know
out
what it says.
to the people watching.
Huh?
If you want, you can read those out to the people watching. One of them is just a poison, but
The cosmic brew, the effects erodes anything it is applied to out of its plane of existence, making it translucent. Surfaces this is applied to become ethereal for 5 turns and can be moved through as difficult terrain. Any creature in the surface at the end of its turn, at the end of the 5 turns, takes 2d8 force damage and are forced out the nearest side. If poured on a creature, it becomes semi-ethereal for 5 turns and takes 2d6 force damage on each turn they do not pass a con save.
So 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Someone who has the lowest stealth.
Me.
We need that.
Yeah. Who wants the cosmic brew?
What's the other one? The poison. I'll take the poison.
This one is called the Moonlight.
here. I'll. No, you're good. You can read that.
I don't know how to say that.
Moonlight miasma.
Yeah, Moonlight
Miasma.
Miasma. That one was the Cosmostic Brew.
Yeah. So the Moonlight Miasma is it gives the effects that it has. You can move silently through darkness. You gain 60 feet of dark vision for 1 hour, plus 2 to your stealth for 1 hour, and can attract nearby lycanthropes. Lycanthropes.
Yeah, it's a distilled moon magic. So any werewolf in the general vicinity, when you drink that, is going to be like, oh, hello.
So it's like a
Yeah.
it's like a female werewolf pheromone.
Yeah, pretty much, but it's pretty effective as well. Just general. Now it's not oh hello in a attractive way.
It's
like,
oh hello.
it's
you're
coming
dead
for
now.
you. Yeah. So just be aware. I don't know if that'll come into effect or not. I just thought it was fun.
Yeah, thanks for that one.
So yeah. What do you guys do? You've tied her up. You've taken her potions. You've divvied them up, and you can just write that one on there. Are you guys all done for now? Or?
Leave it as a cliffhanger.
Leave it here.
I think so.
All right, so I think that's where we're going to wrap up for the day. Thank you for joining us on the Dungeon Master's Tavern. I am Andrew. I've been the Dungeon Master for tonight.
I am Goo.
I am Balthramar.
And I'm Tony.
And we will catch you next time on the Windless City.